Well, good morning, folks, and welcome to Just Omer. My name is Omer Ahern Jr., and this is my periodic, I try to make it weekly, report on what's going on at the Grafton County home and Grafton County government here in Grafton County, New Hampshire. I am one of three county commissioners here in Grafton County. I serve District 3, which District 3 includes the towns in the south and eastern and southeastern part of Grafton County, up as far as Campton and Warren, and over to Groton and Dorchester, and over to Canaan, and down to Alexandria, Bristol, Ashland, and of course Plymouth, Holderness, and Hebron, and all the towns in between. So I serve with two other county commissioners. The chairman of the board is Commissioner Wendy Piper from Enfield, New Hampshire, and she is the District 1 county commissioner, serving the towns of Hanover, Enfield, and the city of Lebanon. And then we also serve with Commissioner Linda Lauer, a Navy veteran, who serves the towns, and actually serves the whole county, but is elected from District 2, which involves the towns of northern Grafton County and western Grafton County. And as the county commissioners, we're responsible by state statute for the operations and the management of the Grafton County Nursing Home, 135-bed elder care facility up in North Haverhill. We're also responsible for the management and the operation, well, not management so much as the operation of the Grafton County Department of Corrections, which has the Grafton County House of Correction and the Grafton County Jail for pretrial confinement. The House of Correction is for those people who have been found guilty of a criminal act, and they have been sentenced to less than a year and a day in prison, and so they can serve that at the House of Correction. And then we also have the Grafton County Farm, which is an outstanding agricultural operation. We have a fantastic dairy herd, mostly Holsteins. We also have pigs and chickens that we grow there and raise there. And actually we sell pigs beginning in the spring, piglets, if you're interested in purchasing any piglets from Grafton County. And just talking with a fellow last night over in Wentworth, and he was very pleased with the piglets that he has been able to purchase over the years from Grafton County. And we also have some significant vegetable fields at the county grounds up in North Haverhill. We also have about a 700-acre timber tract of land where we grow lumber, and we're going to be growing some Christmas trees, planting some Christmas trees for sales outside of the state of New Hampshire, so we don't compete with our local tree farmers, Christmas tree farmers here in New Hampshire. So the commissioners meet just about once a week on Tuesday mornings at 9 o'clock up at the county complex up in North Haverhill. However, this week our regular meeting was held on Tuesday afternoon, because we had some public hearings involving federal funds, and those meetings are supposed to be held in the afternoon to allow members of the public to more easily attend. But in addition to our regular Tuesday meeting, on Monday, the commissioners gathered with the Grafton County Delegation Executive Committee that had their regular quarterly meeting. Representative George Sykes from Lebanon is the chairman of the executive committee of the county delegation, and Representative Ned Gordon from Bristol is the vice chairman. So they met on Monday of this week, 2 days ago, and the big item after going over the minutes and reviewing the reports, the county reports, they discussed the second round of ARPA funding, the American Rescue Plan. And so they approved some of the requests for more electronic equipment, cameras, a generator for one of the installations that the Sheriff's Department and the dispatch center runs up in Littleton, and request for COVID pay enhancements for our employees in the nursing home and the House of Correction and so on, the employees at the county complex. So that's what happened on Monday, and that was an interesting meeting. So yesterday, the 25th of January, the commissioners met, like I said, in the afternoon for their regular meeting, and the first item on the agenda after the Pledge of Allegiance was Judith Hull from the Master Gardener Program. She is the Master Gardener Coordinator for Grafton County, and she works with the UNH Cooperative Extension, and she gave us, at our request, a little report, and we're hoping to hear from her on a regular basis, monthly basis if she can. But she is really looking for more people in Grafton County to become involved with the Master Gardener Program. And part of the Master Gardener Program is to encourage people to grow their own gardens and grow vegetables and flowers, and especially in this day and age when we've got supply chain issues with food coming into the grocery stores and so on. It's not a bad idea to do what some of our grandfathers and great-grandfathers and grandmothers did in having root cellars and doing more canning and things. So, but Judith talked with us about the memorial gardens that we have up at the Grafton County Complex, and she made quite a presentation. But again, the more master gardeners that we have in Grafton County, the better it is for all concerned. So her report, I believe, will be available on the Commissioner's website after we approve the minutes of the January 25th meeting. But if you have any questions, you can get a hold of Judith Hull, the Grafton County Master Gardener Coordinator, through the UNH Cooperative Extension website. Again, Judith Hull. And so we really appreciate the report that Judith gave to us. I just want to say, the meeting that we had yesterday was a really uplifting meeting. The next item on the agenda was Tom Elliott, the superintendent of the Department of Corrections. And we heard some things from him in non-public session, but he presented to us a commendation, written commendation that he wanted to give to one of his corrections officers. And this corrections officer, I don't have his name on my minutes here, on my notes, but this corrections officer is a native of Czechoslovakia, but has come to the United States of America and is one of our certified corrections officers. And evidently a couple of weeks ago, while he was on duty at the corrections department, an incident occurred. And part of the duties of the corrections officers is to look in on each one of the the pods that they're responsible for. So he was responsible for one of the pods, and he was able to save a life. One of the inmates had tried to commit suicide, and this corrections officer actually went in to check on the inmates there in that particular pod 9 minutes before he was scheduled to do so. they're on a 15-minute schedule where they go in and check. But this particular time, this corrections officer went in and because he'd heard a buzzer. There had been a buzzer there coming from that pod. And he went in immediately. He didn't have to, but he went in immediately. And he was able to save the life of that inmate. If he had waited, as the policy of the DOC called for, if he had waited to go in, in 9 more minutes, that inmate would have expired. So I'm just so proud of the employees up there at Grafton County, in the nursing home, in the House of Correction. What they have done, is exemplary, especially in these last 2 years where we've been dealing with COVID and the lockdown. We are just so fortunate to have these people. And again, the department heads up there do a fantastic job. And, Tom Elliott, the superintendent of the corrections department, is a Marine. Marines never retire, so he's a Marine. And we're just so pleased to have Tom Elliott there as superintendent of the Department of Corrections, and his staff is tremendous. But we need more corrections officers. We have a lot of openings, as I've said before. And so if you are interested in becoming a corrections officer, the county provides the training through some state programs. And the benefits are very, very good. Good health benefits, good medical benefits, state retirement plan. So if you're interested in knowing what we've got for jobs here, I'm going to mention 2 other jobs here in a few minutes. You can contact the HR department, hr@co.grafton.nh.us. I'm going to give you a phone number in a couple of minutes. But we definitely need some corrections officers. And we do have a number of female corrections officers, because we do have, and they're very, very good too. They're very effective at what they do, as all of our corrections officers are. So Mr. Elliott gave us an update on what the inmate, who we have, how many inmates we have in the different pods, and he gives us this monthly report, and we appreciate that. The next person that came before the commissioners was Renee DiPaolo from the Alternative Sentencing Program. She's the director of the Alternative Sentencing Program, and she talked about the Alternative Sentencing Program that deals with juvenile restorative justice and a number of other juvenile programs and alternative sentencing programs to kind of keep people out of the jail environment. So there's been a need for a batterer's intervention program. So she has trained one of her staff members and has gone through the training with that staff member so that we can have a batterer's intervention program at Grafton County. And it's something that, would be ordered by our court system, whether it's, out of the family law court. So we approved that batterer's intervention program being implemented by the Alternative Sentencing Program. Then we also had a couple of public hearings. Again, this was an afternoon meeting. So we had 2 public hearings, which was conducted. The chairperson of the county commissioners opened the public hearing, and the first hearing supposed to start at about 3:30, and but the hearing itself was conducted by Tracy Sekula of the Lakes Region Planning Commission, and she is the grant administrator for the 2021-2022 Community Development Block Grant Micro Enterprise Technical Assistant Grant. So this first hearing was to provide a status update to the Grafton County Commissioners and gather public comment about the project's performance. The update to be heard includes a progress review of the 2021-2022 Community Development Block Grant Micro Enterprise Technical Assistant Program, including program activities, expected timeline to completion, project results to date, and a budget summary. And there was a handout of a summary of the data for this project, which was available to the public and to the commissioner. So I have a copy of that. But this public hearing information, the data, which talks about what's going on with the organizations that receive, and this is federally funded money. It's taxpayer money, but it is money that the county commissioners make applications for, these community development block grants. And the county was awarded funds on September 15th, 2021 for $385,000 for the purpose of assisting 3 organizations to provide micro enterprise training and technical assistance activities through June 30th of this year, 2022. This office, the Office of the Technical, or the Lakes Region Planning Commission, offers a 9-month window for these 3 organizations to provide these services. The first organization is the Belknap Economic Development Council, and they were awarded from this $385,000, $225,000, which included partnership with 4 agencies, the Belknap Economic Development Council, the COAS Economic Development Corporation, the Grafton Regional Development Corporation, and the Wentworth, not Wentworth in Grafton County, but the Wentworth on the other side of the Big Lake Economic Development Corporation. The second organization to receive money was the Northern Community Investment Corporation, and they received $62,500 of that $385,000. Then the third organization that received money was the Women's Rural Entrepreneurial, the Women's Rural Entrepreneurial Network, also known as WREN, W-R-E-N, and they were awarded $62,500 with the purpose of providing training and technical assistance to low and moderate income micro enterprises, businesses with 5 or fewer employees. So those were the 3 organizations that received money from that. So this public hearing minutes and information is available, will be available online as well. The second public hearing, also run and monitored and presented by Tracy Sekula of the Lakes Region Planning Commission, the grant administrator. She explained that the Community Development Block Grant funds are available to municipalities for economic development, public facility and housing rehabilitation projects, as well as feasibility studies that primarily benefit low and moderate income persons. The purpose of this second public hearing yesterday was to solicit the views of citizens on this Community Development Block Grant funding opportunities, furnish the citizens of Grafton County with information concerning the amount of funds available, and to indicate the range of community development activities which may be undertaken under the Community Development Act. So, again, you should contact Tracy at the Lakes Region Planning Commission. I'm sure if you go to the internet and go to DuckDuckGo and type in Lakes Region Planning Commission, you'll find some excellent information for some of your organizations that some of you might be involved in, trying to help low and moderate income folks here in the Grafton County area. That was pretty much, other than approving the minutes of the January 18th meeting, signing the check registers, and a couple of other things. So, one of the other things that's important is the county's fiscal year 2021 audit is now completed, and that will be included in the Grafton County Annual Report, which will be coming out later on in the spring. I do want to mention a couple of job postings. Yes, North Haverhill is kind of up in the woods, but it's the county complex is located on the banks of the Connecticut River, and if you get a chance to look out the windows there, or as you're coming to work in the morning or going home in the afternoon, and you look out to the west, you see you have some beautiful views of the Connecticut River and the Vermont mountains over there, and but it's the salaries at Grafton County are very competitive, but our benefits are outstanding. So we do have. This is an internal posting right now, but it will be open to the public as of the 26th of January. It's a position for RNs and LPNs from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. floating. It's full-time, but it's for every other weekend. And the job summary this job provides professional nursing care within the scope of administrative guidelines and in accordance with established policies and procedures. Your qualifications: you must have completed a state-approved nursing program and be licensed or licensable in New Hampshire. Requires knowledge of relevant state and federal laws. Requires strong assessment skills and ability to correctly analyze emergency situations and implement effective courses of action. Also requires patience, empathy, and a strong desire to assist residents and demonstrate love for the elderly. Supervisory experience is necessary. Required skills are standing, walking, reaching, bending, stooping, twisting, and ability to perform heavy lifting, 50 pounds. Keen vision, hearing, and ability to communicate effectively, both verbally and in writing, are a must. So this you can apply at the Grafton County Human Services Department. Their telephone number up there is 603-787-2034. Or again, you can contact the HR department at their email, which is all small letters, HR at the @ symbol, co.grafton, grafton.nh.us. So that's the RN, LPN, float, full-time, every other weekend position. Then we have an opening for, that pay range. Excuse me. Let me give you the pay range. Yes. The RN salary range is from $28.27 per hour to $39.19 per hour. Excuse me, 13 cents per hour. The LPN salary it starts at $22.45 per hour, and depending upon your skills and experience, could be as high as $30.17 per hour. Again, this does not include the benefits. So you've got benefits, health insurance, retirement, and very good holiday schedule. So that's a job for you folks to consider that have those skills. The second job that's available right now is for an activities aide. And I'm going to talk about that in a moment. And so the activities aide is full-time, varied shifts, have to work every third weekend and every other holiday. The salary ranges between $13.92 per hour and $18.71 per hour. The public can apply for this job after February 1st. And the job summary it's under the supervision of the Director of Activities. This activity aide is responsible for assisting the nursing home residents with activities listed within the scope of their care plans, the nursing home residents' care plans. These activities aides will need to successfully complete in-house activities certification courses. Qualifications are plan and implement social, spiritual, and recreational activities for our nursing home residents, striving to help our nursing home residents attain their highest practicable level of functioning, knowledge of activities for generic residents, equivalent to completion of a high school diploma and up to 1 year related experience. Must be able to assess residents and determine which activities are appropriate. Requires ability to work independently and as a team member. Musical, cooking, and arts and crafts abilities are preferred. Must be creative and spontaneous and have the ability to motivate residents. You need a valid driver's license and a good driving record are required. Again, you can find out more information about this by going to the Human Resources Department at Grafton County. Again, their phone number is 603-787-2024, and the email is hr, the @ symbol, co.grafton.nh.us. And why is this job opening up? Well, it's because our present Grafton County Activities Coordinator of Volunteers, Doreen Moody, is retiring. We're losing a lot of good people due to retirement. So yesterday, the 25th of January, the county commissioners presented a proclamation to honor the dedicated service of Doreen Moody. And because of COVID lockdown, we weren't able to have a lot of people there, but we did present very nice with a gold seal. This is not a gold seal, this is a copy of this honor of Doreen Moody, who has worked for over 43 years up at Grafton County. So Doreen, we thank you, and I want to also thank here the folks at PBTV for allowing me to make these presentations. I want to thank Commissioners Piper and Lauer for the work that we can do together there for the benefit of the residents at the nursing home and the residents at the Department of Corrections and our county employees. And time for me to go. God bless the great granite state of New Hampshire, and God bless America. Take care, be safe, and be warm.